I'm making a series of videos just to give you a heads up on how to set up the sound system and how to get the best out of it. First thing you want to do is put the power on to the sound desk. You reach behind your hand behind here is a little round switch to turn that on. Now what you've got loaded is all the settings for the last person who used it. I would suggest using a scene. The reason for that is that you don't know what's happened to here, things have been changed. If you go to your scene button here, you'll see there's a whole list of previously used scenes. Service New is one I set up recently. That has all the gains and the EQ set quite nicely, I think, or a good starting point. So to recall that, you just hit on the scene you want to do and hit go. And it moves and it resets all the settings in here and all the internal settings to that preset. Now I would suggest that you save your own one. So I've got one saved here, Chris. So if I have come in here, for the practice on a Thursday night, and got everything sounding really quite good, quite happy about it, I can save that. So you can either create a new one by going to a blank thing and then hit store, and you can create a new scene there, or you can overwrite one here. I've got one with my name in it, so I'd suggest making one with your own name, and then you can always save that. And then when you come in on the Sunday morning, you can hit recall, or go, I should say, and that will pull all the settings back that you did on the Thursday for the practice. And it doesn't matter who's been in here or what's been happening to the desk, your settings will be saved. So that's how you can do that. So after you've got the desk going and you've recorded your scene, two buttons that you need to hit, and that is the handheld mic and the head mic. Now they've already been muted from the previous user, but if they are off, I would mute them. The reason for that is that we do get a lot of noise if we have the receiver units on and the microphone transmitters off. It's some strange problem, but if you have the mute button on, you're not going to get this terrible hissing, scratchy noise through the PA system when you unmute everything. Now, I come in today and these have already been left on, but they should be left in an off position here when you leave. And there's three buttons to push here. So handheld is here. This is the receiver unit for the wireless handheld mic. Push and hold that, it turns on. Under that the lapel, it's called lapel mic, it's actually the head mic. And then this box down here is the amplifier that sends sound to the foyer, so people during the service can hear it if they're out there with kids or for whatever reason. So turn that on there. So you've got everything turned on here, ready to go. Next thing to do is to go to the front, and we're going to switch on the power to the front of the stage here. Right up in the corner here, this supplies power to the speakers and the instruments at the front here. Always switch this on last. And then when you go to shut down, you do the opposite. Switch this off first before you power down the desk. While you're here, the other thing that you will need to do is turn on the amplifier. This is a separate amplifier for the monitor holds back speakers that we have. So to turn that on, you push that up, it powers on, and then you turn these all the way around to the right, and they're at full volume. This amplifier here powers these two speakers here. There's one here, and there's one over here at the moment. Now these can be picked up and moved. If Jo Wade is leading, she doesn't use in-ears, so use one of these speakers, put it out to the front of the stage here. Remember that when you use these, it has to point to the musician's head, not at their feet. So encourage them to stand back a bit further from it so that it actually is pointing at their head. So that's everything turned on for the front of house.